had a number 9 who was a bit more clinical, they would be pushing for even higher than the 8th place that they finished in La Liga. But they don't, but they get the ball out to the wings. They use the wings very well, and they keep things very tight defensively. They've got Florian Lejeune, the centre-back, who was formerly of Newcastle United. His time in England possibly wasn't that brilliant, but he's been fantastic for Rayo Vallecano. They are a solid defensive unit. They create chances. They just don't take them very often.
What changes for Rayo Vallecano by being in this final? And also, what changes for them by finishing 8th in La Liga? You mentioned that they'd always be happy to finish 17th and stay in La Liga. But at what point do they go, all right, what's next?
Honestly, this club isn't really about that. This club isn't really about aspiring to win trophies or win matches. The identity and philosophy about this team is to represent their neighbourhood. That's what the fans want. The fans aren't necessarily here for winning, for success. They're here because they're part of the community. Honestly, it's a feeling that is pretty unique. This is not a team that is built around success or even on the pitch triumphs. They just want to see their team play well and represent the neighbourhood, which they're very, very closely linked to. So they finished 8th last season. They finished 8th this season. Their 2 best ever finishes in La Liga. Maybe if this was a more commercial-minded club, they might be looking to kick on and take it to the next level. That's not really what they're all about. You know, next season they'll be in the relegation battle, I'm sure, again in La Liga, and that's okay for the fans, because that's not really what this club is about, success.
So tell us about that neighbourhood then, and that relationship, and why it is different to many community clubs across Europe who think they are representing their neighbourhood.
Yeah, I mean, Rayo Vallecano doesn't exist to win matches or win trophies. It's an extension of the barrio, of the neighbourhood. It exists to represent the community. You know, these fans will still turn up even if they are in the 2nd division, even if they are in the 3rd division. They're not there to see the team win. They are there to be part of something that is very, very close. It's a working class neighbourhood, multicultural. It's a part of town where not necessarily a lot of good things happen, but this football team is something that everybody can get behind, and it just represents that neighbourhood. So, I mean, I know I'm being a little bit too romantic here, but this honestly, this football club isn't about commercialisation. I was at the club shop yesterday at 5 to 11 in the morning. It wasn't open. The day before the final, it wasn't open. I went in, there were no shirts. They didn't have any shirts to sell. They're not commercially minded. It's one in, one out in the club shop. You know, they're not there to make money. They're not there to necessarily win trophies. They just exist, and existing is enough for these fans. So imagine if they win. Imagine what that would mean.
Are they member owned? Are they fan owned?
No.
What's their ownership situation?
They have a deeply unpopular president called Raul Martin Presa, who the fans, despite being here, despite qualifying for Europe back-to-back seasons, they absolutely hate him. So he doesn't represent what the club values are all about. And this is, you know, the club is about the values rather than the success. So the president will point to, well, look where we are. You know, we're at this final here. You know, aren't you happy? And they were like, no, we would rather, and a lot of fans would genuinely rather they were relegated and the president leave than be in this final. That's more important to them, the values of this club.
So how has he ended up as president, and what can they do to get rid of him? And then the third part of that is, are they then vulnerable to outside offers if there is somebody unpopular at the helm?
Yeah, I mean, they were in absolutely dire financial straits, and he saw an opportunity and took it about 15 years ago. They have tried to get rid of him, and they absolutely cannot. And yeah, I often say to Rayo Vallecano fans, you know, be careful what you wish for, because who do you think is going to come in and buy this club? It's not going to be someone who is necessarily as idealistic as you are and share your core values. It could be someone even worse, quote unquote, than the guy at the helm now. So yeah, it's a bit of a conundrum for the Rayo fans. But tonight, I spoke to quite a few of them. They said, we're not going to think about the president. We're not going to chant about him today. We're just here to enjoy this historic night.
Given how much they like possession, do you expect them to dominate the ball tonight and Palace to try and play on the counter-attack?
I was really impressed with how they did in the semi-final against Strasbourg, particularly in the second leg away in France against the Strasbourg side, who have been really dominant at home. They controlled the game totally. Rayo do tend to sit back. They've got one of the lowest defensive lines in La Liga. They do tend to sit a little bit deep. But I think in the last few weeks, the team has been growing in confidence. And I actually expect them to come out and maybe be a bit more front-footed than they are perhaps domestically.
Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you can enjoy tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Phil Quitramalides, with a Spanish football expert and Rayo Vallecano fan as well. It's a great story, isn't it, Ali?
It is, Mark. It absolutely is. You know what? I was just leaning in to ask Phil there. We've got the sort of battle of the tifos going on at either end as all the banners and the flags come out ahead of play here. The Crystal Palace one I have just worked out. This story, shall the good man teach his son? They've gone all Shakespearean on us tonight, the Crystal Palace fans. Apparently that comes from William Shakespeare's Henry V, the rallying cry he gives his troops. I know, ahead of the Battle of Agincourt.
Who told you that, Ali?
I just looked it up.
All right.
Google. but I think his troops were vastly outnumbered ahead of the Battle of Agincourt. Palace are definitely not outnumbered in here. And away to our left, the Vallecano fans, it says Le Valle al Barrio, mi amor. Take the cup to the neighbourhood, my love. And that's exactly what Phil was talking about. But you know what, Mark? I do think just given that story and understanding the background of the club, and I've been doing a lot of reading about them in the build-up to this final, it's not a free hit, because it never is, because this is such an opportunity to be embraced. But if it truly is about that, you know, the relationship between the club and the players and the fans or whatever, I guess it does give them a sort of sense of freedom to play and just go out and, you know, and do battle for the club that these fans love. I don't know, just whether it just releases a little bit of tension for them and lets them go out and express themselves.
Would you think that, Clinton, if fans had very little expectation of you, it would free you up?
Yeah, I kind of get it. I can't believe their fans have little expectation of them. When I was just listening there, I said, I can't believe it. I don't think I would want to play for a football club like that. Surely you got to have some positivity. They just beat Strasbourg in the semi-final, one of the favourites to get to the final. So they should be confident going into this final. And especially if they know and they've watched what Palace are like. You made a good point, Chappers. I think they will dominate possession and Palace will play on the counter-attack. But yeah, they've got to be a bit of positivity going into a final.
So if they do that and play on the counter-attack, how important are Pino and Sarr either side of Mateta then?
Oh, massively important. I actually think Pino struggled a bit this season. He's come into his own in the last few games, but I think playing against a team Rayo Vallecano that he would know about, I think he'll exploit it and be good this evening. And Ismail Sarr's been outstanding. His pace causes problems. Pino into little pockets, and Mateta the target man to get Palace up the pitch. You know who's crucial as well, Chappers? Wharton. And I think he'll have a big say on the game. I'm so surprised, and that's another subject, a topic, that he didn't make that England squad.
Just on Wharton, though, he did pick up a knock, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
So there has to, I know Glasner said he would only start if 100%. There'll still be an element of risk, won't there?
Yeah, there's a big risk. And I'll be honest with you, I know it's a the European Cup final. I know it's a big game, but if he was in that World Cup squad, you'd probably there'd probably be even bigger question mark over him. Just like Richards, when Ali said Richards, I saw Richards training with a few shots, but he's in that USA World Cup squad, so he must not be 100%. If Wharton they need Wharton. Even if Wharton's 60% fit, he needed to start tonight, Chappers, because he's the one in the midfield who gets on the ball, and Kamada will do the running and getting forward.
The other thing with Ismail Sarr, Clinton, he is Palace's leading goal scorer across all comps this season. He's got 21 goals this season, which is the most by a Palace player, get this, Clinton, in a season since? Who do you think?
Not myself.
No, not you. Andy Johnson.
Andy Johnson. I knew it was. Yeah, I knew it was. Fair play to him. And he's not even a centre forward. He plays on the right, Chappers. He plays on the right. He's been outstanding, Ismail Sarr. That's what I said. He goes under the radar. Everyone talks about the likes of Mateta, Wharton, but they never talk about Sarr. But Sarr's been outstanding, and he's had a big say in this competition. He's a top goal scorer in the Europa Conference League this season. So, yeah, he's been fantastic. And long may it continue this evening.
I think, do you not think, Paul, that Glasner's made him more effective, more lethal in front of goal?
I think he's made a lot of them better players, in all honesty. I think that's the sign of a good manager. You look at the Crystal Palace team and you look at the immediate impact they had when he came in. He changed them to a back three and immediately they took to that system. But as well as a system, individual players, you could label that on any of the players. He's made players that were already at the club and players that he signed into better players and more effective in the system that he plays.
The trophy's just been brought out and put on a plinth, which is always a good test of former European footballer knowledge to try and work out who it was. Do you know who it was, Ali?
No, I didn't see. No. I can't see from here. Go on, do you?
No. I'm sure I'm going to be really embarrassed when I find out who it was as well. Clinton, thank you. We will talk later on. Enjoy the first half. The teams are in the tunnel. Here we go. Crystal Palace in a European final, the Europa Conference League. And they have a chance to pick up another trophy at the end of a remarkable 12 months in what is likely to be, and should be, unless something strange happens, Oliver Glasner's final match in charge. Rayo Vallecano, their opponents, in the stadium in Leipzig. Paul Robinson and Alistair Bruce-Ball.
Yes, well, welcome to a stadium full of noise, colour, intensity, drama, hopes, expectations. These tifo displays get more and more elaborate every final, every European game you go to. Great humour from the Crystal Palace fans away to our right, thousands of them underneath this giant banner which stretches across almost the entirety of the tier away to our right hand side, and it's mocked up a departures board at an airport, and you've got your destinations on the left-hand side. So destination 2, liquidation, it says cancelled. Destination 2, FA Cup, it says landed. Destination 2, Europa League, it says boarding. Conference League final tonight. Oliver Glasner, the manager, is out there on the touchline right now. He goes over to shake the hand of his counterpart, Inigo Perez. That was the point that Glasner was making last night. If Crystal Palace do indeed win another trophy this evening, it will also get them into the Europa League next season, a place he feels, and was arguing last night, should have been rightfully theirs anyway. We've got red flares going off at either end of the ground. The Crystal Palace fans definitely outnumber those from Rayo Vallecano. But again, Paul, just to sum it up before this game kicks off, we really have had the feeling, haven't we, inside this city and inside this stadium, of two sets of fans who have loved every minute of this competition so far and are going to get every drop out of this occasion tonight.
Oh, it's been a special occasion, it really has. Just been here for the last 24 hours to be in the city and to see the two sets of very, very respectful supporters. I know there was reports of trouble yesterday evening, but I don't think that was between the two sets of supporters. The Palace fans today, they're a pleasure to be in and around, sat having coffees and sat out local marketplaces. The city was just a sea of different colours, vibrant colours, and two sets of supporters that had the utmost respect for each other. It's been a brilliant place to be. Let's hope the match lives up to the expectations.
Plumes of smoke pouring up from either end with all these flares going off. Some have been thrown and have landed in that vacant area between the back of the goals and the front of the stand. Something like, I think, 18,000 Crystal Palace fans in here, and the noise they've been making, I mean, I'm surprised they've even got voices left after all the singing we heard last night.
This is
who have the taste of silverware. Last year they broke their long history of never winning a major honours. They won the FA Cup by beating Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. Pep Guardiola becoming the first manager in the history of the FA Cup to lose back-to-back finals. And then they beat Liverpool in the Community Shield. Oliver Glasner has brought silverware to Crystal Palace. This is his final game in charge of the Eagles. He will step down after tonight's final. Will he bring success once again to Selhurst Park? Rayo Vallecano, well, they've had their own story. this season. They have finished in 8th place in La Liga, 3 points off the Europa League place, 1 point off the Conference League. Both these sides, the only route into Europe for next year is to win this competition. So let's get into team news for this final, starting with Crystal Palace, who are the home team for the final. They're in their traditional kit, blue and red stripes. There was injury concern for Adam Morton and Chris Richards, who had to depart on the weekend against Arsenal in the Premier League game on Sunday. It's going to be Crystal Palace to kick things off for us, shooting from right to left. And Oliver Glasner's men, it's Henderson in goal, Convert, Lacroix and Riyad to back three, Mitchell, Kamara, Wharton, Munoz, the four in midfield, Pino and Emile Assar, who has 9 Conference League goals, top goal scorer in this competition, and Jean-Philippe Mateta. And already Crystal Palace have gone long towards Mateta, heading on to Sarr. For Rayo Vallecano in goal was Battaglia, with 2 assists, Lejuan and Chivaric. Midfield 2, Valentin, the captain, Oscar Valentin and Lopez. The fruits with Issa Palthorpe, Garcia down the left-hand side, and Amar is the player up front for Rayo Vallecano, who are in amazing form at the moment. They're unbeaten in 9 matches. Ingo Perez's team leading up to this final. Real contrast to Crystal Palace, who find themselves winless in their last 4 games in all competitions. It will be a goal kick to Rayo Vallecano. So a big night for these two clubs, who have never experienced this before. They've never been here before, a European final. But Oliver Glasner has. He won the Europa League with Frankfurt back in 2022, looking to win a trophy right at the end of his tenure at Crystal Palace. It was not been a smooth ride this season. There's been a few fallouts in the team. Of course, Crystal Palace started the campaign thinking they were going to be in the Europa League. They're demoted to the Conference League due to issues in terms of board registration. Promoted Forest into the Europa League. But they've got an opportunity to right their wrongs, what Dean Henderson said, after beating Shakhtar Donetsk in the semi-final. And they've got an opportunity to win silverware. So Crystal Palace in their traditional kit, Rayo Vallecano in the white jersey, the red trimmings. The team from Madrid, you don't hear much about them compared to Atletico and Real, but they are there to create their own history. Rayo Vallecano aiming to become the first Spanish team in history to win this competition. Last year, Real Betis lost to Chelsea. Only one of Rayo's last 5 Conference League matches did both teams score. It's going to be a goal kick to Crystal Palace. Ingo Perez watching on, sporting a blue shirt. Looks very cool, looks very well dressed, doesn't seem as nervous, just on watching, taking it all in. It's a fine stadium, the Red Bull Arena, Leipzig's home stadium. Only an hour and a half from Gatwick, Heathrow, the local airports in London. Not too far indeed. Henderson fires the ball up forward, looking towards Mateta. Breaks down to the middle now for Palzon. Palzon now for Rayo Vallecano. Bit of room now for Ratu. Gives the ball away. Mateta kills it back to Sarr. Crystal Palace, a team that benefits so much for having the ball without having the ball. Out of possession statistics so high in terms of their win percentage. Ball spread towards that left side by Rayo Vallecano. It's found by Lacroix. So Richards is out. He's on the bench. He was not fit enough to start. Adam Morton has been fit to start. And vote the ball forward towards Mateta. There's a slight slip from the Rayo Vallecano defender. Sarr's ahead of him. Mateta looking towards Sarr. Intercepted well by Lejean. And already we're seeing the pace from the Premier League team. Last week we saw Aston Villa win the Europa League against Freiburg by 3-0. And the ball just swung to the right side by Rayo Vallecano, but giving it away to Palace's left. Here's Mitchell to Kamara, and Pino has been brought down. Jeremy Pino by Issa Palthorpe. So it will be a free kick to Crystal Palace just outside their Rayo Vallecano penalty area. This is the second of the European Cup finals taking place in a span of 10 days or so. Last week we saw Villa triumphant against Freiburg. Today we're seeing Crystal Palace against Rayo Vallecano, and of course the big one, European champions Paris Saint-Germain taking on the new Premier League champions Arsenal on Saturday. Paris Saint-Germain looking to become only the second team to retain the famous Big Air trophy, the Champions League, since the Champions League came in the 90s. Of course, back in the day, I say back in the day, in the 50s, Real Madrid won multiple competitions. They'd be the first team to do it other than Real Madrid, because Real Madrid did a three-peat, of course, with Carlo Ancelotti, with Zidane and Zidane. It's with Lacroix. Free kick led to nothing for Crystal Palace. Ball's back now to Yerepino. Right for the ball to Mateta. Is up there. It's come out of the Rayo Vallecano penalty area. 5 gone. 0-0 will be a throw into Crystal Palace down this near side. The throw-ins are important, but Joanne's not happy that the throw-in wasn't given to Rayo Vallecano, because the threat that Crystal Palace can possess from these throw-ins with Mitchell Munoz, the Colombian. Such a special story, Crystal Palace. Last year, May 17th, triumphant against Manchester City, Europe for the first time. And they are the first debutant to a major European competition to reach the final since 2001. First time in 25 years, since Alvarez back in 2001, where their debut season in a European competition will end in a final. Remarkable from the Eagles. Here's Munoz, plays the ball to Wharton, edge of the penalty area. Lacroix is there, but the offside flag has gone up, and it will be a throw it to Rayo Vallecano, and a bit of time for them to
Ook niet naar zijn junioren meisjes. Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal. Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal. fantastisch ondersteuning van het elftal.
There seems to be an incident. Seems like a player may have, a fan may have. They've been halted in the final here, which is a real shame. The referee spotted it, and the goalkeeper's not happy. He's saying, "Could you not see what was going on?" And that's why he had to stop the game, he believes. And because the player is not happy. I mean, it's incredible eyesight because it is higher in the ground, but someone had collapsed and. To the emergency, but play's got to continue. Crystal Palace nil. Rayo Vallecano nil. We're pleased to say that play has resumed here. Ball's down the far side. Rayo Vallecano. Well, just the effort from Water.
Ook die dames en heren, jongens en meisjes. Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal.
He moved the ball so quickly from that goal kick. Now got a corner on the far side. Crystal Palace nil, Rayo Vallecano nil. Palace with this set play. So Wharton on this far side will take this corner. He towards the ball. And Canvo's just gone down. So he's going to be careful, Pathon. Water swings the ball left footed, good delivery, hits the head of Mateta, kept alive by Lacroix. Has that gone out? As it will be a goal kick to Rayo. And, it's been a scrappy half so far. We're just falling for the forwards in the game. So we find ourselves goalless in this one. Sis gives the ball to Lejuan. Ball goes long. Finds it towards the throat. Refers to Pathon. It's a heavy foul from Wharton, and that's the first yellow card for a Crystal Palace player tonight in this final. It's Adam Wharton who's been booked. Free kick here for Rayo Vallecano. Let's see what can be produced here. Python is the player over it. So it's left-footed, put in. It's bounced inside the Crystal Palace penalty area. Cleared away by Crystal Palace. It's Canvo. Uses the right foot to hook it. The only chance we had of goal is Elmel chance with the misheader from Riyad with the left foot swung towards the ball, went wide in the end. He didn't know too much about it. If he did, it may have been 1-0 to Rayo Vallecano. That's it. Under pressure by Mara. It's been fouled, so the referee's given a free kick to Rayo Vallecano. Majuani gives the ball towards that left side. Now a bit of room now for Mara. Nice little room now for Camara. Camara's won it. He's played it to Munoz with the yellow boots tonight, the Colombian. Lots of space for Wharton. Screaming for the ball. Gets it, Wharton. Oh, he's played it back to Munoz. Hits the byline. It's claims for handball. Definitely struck something. It came back. Chance here for the Japanese international. Camara goes for goal over the bar. This is handball. That has been awarded due to Munoz, the Crystal Palace wing back, bursting forward, trying to hit it. And it's unfortunate because his initial cross is blocked well by the Rayo defender. It ricochets onto his right hand. It was clear handball. And the right decision from the officials in this game. They've been good so far. 0-0 to score. Crystal Palace still Rayo Vallecano 0. Both had a feel with each other in this game. It feels like the first couple of rounds of a big heavyweight fight where no one wants to land any big punches, just hugging each other from side to side. Maybe that Amar chance was a little jab that was caught quite cleanly. We need some more jabs and we need some more hooks and uppercuts and maybe a haymaker to really get this one cooking. And if you don't know your boxing, what I mean is we need some more opportunities. Long story short, balls with Crystal Palace inside their own half through Cambo. It's the free kick to them. We're in the 45th minute now. We're goalless in this Conference League game, and already one of the last Rayo's 5 Conference League matches saw both teams score. So a tough cookie to break, right? And they're also not easy to keep out. Compare that to Crystal Palace, who haven't kept a clean sheet in 8 matches. 2 shots for Rayo Vallecano, 3 for Crystal Palace. More touches in the opposition box as Crystal Palace. At the moment, it's hooked forward by Rayo Vallecano, and as far as Crystal Palace is right back, wing back in. Munoz now back to Cambo. Cambo has the ball inside the centre circle. 4 minutes added on at the end of this first half. Can we see a breakthrough one of these two teams? Riyad does well. He dinks the ball over the Rayo Vallecano defence, finds it towards Mitchell. Mitchell checks back, right-footed. It's coming together between 2 players. Mitchell's won it back. Here's Mitchell. This could be controversial. Longs this to Mateta. Maybe the better option was there was Jeremy Pino. Right, free as a bird inside the penalty area for Rayo's penalty area. And now down this right side, Mr. Fritz trying to take it all on and take all the Crystal Palace players on, but he's apprehended well. And Kamara now finds Wharton inside the centre circle. Wharton, it's a good ball to Mateta. Referee's assistants kept the flag down. Mateta has the ball, winning that duel again. Jean-Philippe Mateta plays the ball towards Wharton. 0-0 to score. Wharton, left footed ball, it's gorgeous. Into the middle, what a chance for Mitchell, should have been 1-0. Oh, Mel's chance just came at him for Rayo Vallecano. This one, Tariq Mitchell, the Crystal Palace Academy graduate, had an opportunity to write his name in history, become the first Palace scorer in a European Cup final, and he should have. What a ball from Wharton, edge of the penalty area, left footed, and inside the 6-yard box there was Tariq Mitchell, diving header, left hand post of the Rayo Vallecano goal, and it's just gone wide. It's their best chance. Oliver Glasner, well, he thought it was in. He slipped with shock. What an opportunity in there. Through Mitchell showing that he's a right slash wing back rather than a forward. That's Jean-Philippe Matata. If that's Sarr or Pino, it's 1-0 to Crystal Palace. You can see why the Rayo Vallecano coach and Perez and the goalkeeper are furious with the players, because it was just too easy for Wharton to pick his spot and to find a Crystal Palace player coming on rushing from that far side to meet the ball in the middle. It's the best moment for Crystal Palace in this half. They both had moments in this first half. It's a good final, and two teams desperate to write history into their respective clubs. 0-0 to score. We played 2 minutes already in the last out of the 4 in these last few moments. Ball's on the left side with the Frauds. The Frauds now looking to assist. It's back to Wars Batali. Batali now uses his left foot to just scoop that forward. Looking towards Pauzon. And moves it back towards Batali. Batali used the ball right footed. Now to Pauzon. Good work. Canvo's there. Now Camara. Actually, Camara has showed so much energy at the moment. Throws the ball to the left side. Looking forward towards Mitchell. Right for the ball. Looking to the far side. Munoz keep it alive. He's got to head towards it, the Colombian, but he's got it out. 0-0 the score here. Live on Flash Score. That's the score at the moment. Just going to replay that Mitchell goal. Mitchell header, sorry, I should say, not goal. So ball goes towards the far side from that goal kick for Rayo Vallecano. Ball's broken towards Mateta. That is the half-time whistle here in Leipzig. Rayo Vallecano 0, Crystal Palace 0. It's been an even half. We'd say that Crystal Palace have edged it. They created the best opportunity, which came in added time in the first half. Beautiful ball from Adam Wharton, looking to the far side. And there was Tariq Mitchell, all alone in the 6-yard box. Diving header, went wide. Looked like that was going to be the moment for the team from South London. Best chance for Rayo comes from the left-hand side, also whipping across from Garcia. And then Almeida, big number 9. The Brazilian, he's got lots of goals for him in La Liga in this competition. He just swung a left foot at it, with Riyad missing the ball completely. It's all to play for in this final still at half-time here, live on Flash, going to the Conference League final from Leipzig. It's Crystal Palace 0.
Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal. Ook hier, dames en heren, jongens en meisjes. Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal. Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal. Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal.
Canva looking towards Munoz. Munoz throws the ball forward to Ors Canva. Canvo floating the ball to right side to Munoz. Munoz now looking towards Kamara. Kamara now back to Water. Water into the attack. So Mateta in the penalty area, goes towards goal. It comes back out. Mateta's there. It's Crystal Palace that strike first in Germany. The Eagles race into the lead. Jean-Philippe Mateta, boom to the corner flag. Those supporters are in dreamland, and a team from Selhurst Park racing the lead into European glory. Inside the first 50 minutes, it's Palace that strike first in the final. Crystal Palace 1, Rayo Vallecano 0. Oh, Adam Wharton driving forward towards the penalty area. Goes for goal, left-footed the shot. It's pushed out by the goalkeeper. Mateta's onside. It's parried into his path. Mateta doesn't need more than one touch. First time left-footed finish to the empty net. He's celebrating before the ball's hit the back of the net. It's Palace that strike first in Leipzig. Oliver Glasner's men are in front here against Rayo Vallecano, and that celebration that he's done so many times in the red and blue of Crystal Palace, running towards the corner flag and scissor kicking it. Oliver Glasner, his hands up. And his supporters behind that goal. 2 goals in 12 matches, hasn't seen much so far. Throw towards Water. Well, Rayo Vallecano, if they are going to win their first European competition, it will have to come from behind to do so. Crystal Palace on the verge now here. They've put themselves in front to claim their very first European competition. Sar's gone down, injured, so just a halt of play at the moment. Just getting a replay of that goal, Mateta. I think the goalkeeper will look back and feel like he should have done way better with that. Just
Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal.
It was the post. Crystal Palace hit the woodwork 3 times. Pino with a wonderful set play, destined to nestle into the back of the net, hit the right hand post, then the left, came back out. Ryder couldn't get on towards the ball. Well, Mateta's there, his header hit the post, inches away from Crystal Palace doubling the lead. And Palace rampant in it. Fantastic save by Battaglia. Palace knocking on the door for number 2. Ball is scooped up, a challenge that comes in. Mateta and Kamada. He's being penalised. This interference to Amaya. It's a ball that's long. It's now floated towards the far side. A shot comes in from far. Mayo just trying to test the palms of Rayo Vallecano nil. Teta with the opener here. Munoz, a little dink towards the right hand side. Be a offside. A free kick to Rayo Vallecano, taken quickly. So with Valentin now towards Lopez. It's a heavy challenge, and in fact the referee's giving a free kick to Crystal Palace. Actual player that's been fouled, or the other way around. So already offering the changes out. Rayo Vallecano preparing to bring on a new set of legs to try and get themselves back into this game. Everybody is with Kamada. Back heels the ball towards Pino. Pino, a ball of energy for Crystal Palace. He's whipped it into the middle, looking towards Sara Munoz. Both going towards the ball. Both couldn't get anything on it. And Rayo Vallecano, he survived. Gorgeous delivery from Pino. He's coming to his own in his final. Oozing of confidence from that free kick, and almost an assist provider in that move. Crystal Palace. It may be. Vallecano now. So now with Lejean. Lejean now to Mendy. First touches for Mendy. Tall figure. So Gilardi pointing the ball forwards, gathered in towards the goalkeeper comfortably.
Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal.
Launched up the field, looking towards Eze Parzon. Free kick's been given. On the right hand side, Andre Two not getting hold of the ball. Towards once again, just slowing it down, Rayo Vallecano. So down the ball is down towards Mendy. Going towards this is pushed on to more of a central defensive midfield position. Ball's gone long. How about it? Got the ball back for Crystal Palace, who are doing enough at the moment. Who've been excellent in this game. Back to Canva. Towards Lacroix and steps the ball forward towards the centre circle. The referee was in the way, hit the referee. Houston had to play. Could continue. I mean, Rayo had a turnover ball in the halfway, and lucky was going to be their moment just to break through. Mendy for Rayo Vallecano. Ball to Najani. Into towards Ice Palazon. So they're trying to put a bit of pressure. So they throw towards the John. Strong ball there by Ria. Ria referee's drawn for a free kick. Chideri goes towards the near side. Oh, it's a nice give and go. It goes towards the middle now here. Rayo Vallecano towards the byline. And the shot is off target in the end from Garcia. He latched on, but better from Rayo Vallecano. Much better, 23 to go. Goal kick for Henderson to take for Crystal Palace. So now Vame to brought it down. Ball to Palazon. Palazon now to the Juan. Jalia. Why is it towards Mendy? Mendy. No left back position to Chivari. Chivari into Mendy. Goes back to the Juan. Back towards Palazon. Towards that right. And offside flag has gone up. Another sub coming on, so that's the end of De Fruit's evening, and also Garcia. So both wingers are coming off, and Sergio Camelo is going to come on. Sergio Camelo for Rayo, and Alfonso Espino is going to also come on. So Pacha is what they call him. 20 to go, Pacha on the Uruguayan, and so is Camilo. Ball's now with Rayo Vallecano's goalkeeper, and it's 20 minutes away from their first ever European trophy in their history. Just a short time over a year, and they claim their very first trophy. I think Vaz is going to win back-to-back trophies unless Rayo Vallecano can turn this one around. Munoz. There's the ball towards the right side. Looking towards Canvo. Missed really good opportunities. Crystal Palace, the double their lead. Both chances falling to Mateta. First a free kick. Guillermo Pino struck both posts. Came out to Mateta, the goal gaping. He headed straight at another post. Left hand post. And then once again Pino, the orchestrator, puts the ball to the left. Drills it low to Mateta, and his shot was well saved by the goalkeeper and Batala. So Crystal Palace 1, Vallecano 0. Walter has been excellent in this game. He plays the ball to Borsan. So with what's going to be a free kick. Munoz. So Rayo Vallecano have this free kick. So ball's floated towards the left. First opportunity for Pacha to get grips of the ball. So left footed ball into the penalty area. That's cleared away by Palace quite easily. There's a bit of space into the penalty area for Rayo Vallecano towards the far side, and the header from Munoz, and he's been fouled for a push with Pacha. First time that Palace afforded space and time for Rayo Vallecano, and it was a push on the far side from the Uruguayan on Munoz. Right decision by the referee, the Italian for tonight. And we have Crystal Palace 1, Rayo Vallecano 0. Free kick that's awarded for Crystal Palace, taken by Henderson. And towards Mateta. It's on now. It's about Rapino. Back to Sarr. Chance for number 2. Sarr in the penalty area. Munoz just hiding back. And now it's with Rayo Vallecano. Ball's on that far side. And they're playing it well. Here's Ratu. Give and go. Inside the penalty area. Trying to thread that through to Camilla. But he's had too much on it. It's skittled out. Will be a goal kick to Crystal Palace. Yet to make any changes yet. There's 2 moments been replayed. Team monsters here. Mateta's miss. Goal kick taken long towards Mateta. So a ball stinks towards Mateta. It's gathered comfortably by Mateta. Joan on towards the middle. Big room now. It's Diaz. Diaz for Rayo Vallecano. He's the ball side, Sir Parthon, who's been brought down. Into the penalty area. It's Jeremy Pino, he'll get a yellow card. Since the referee, my first foul. I don't know if you're watching. You've been playing very well, but this referee will give you a yellow card for nothing. Jeremy Pino's tripped the captain. And Issa Parthon, who's got the armband after Oscar Valentine's bit taken off. So, chance here now for Rayo to attack the Crystal Palace goal. Rapino still conversation with the referee, he's got to be careful. Dean Henderson just ordering his team to organise the wall. Also Panzon is the player to take this. You see, left foot, it's high and it's over the bar. The big build-up leads to nothing. The quality lacking, and Crystal Palace can walk away from that moment and reset and go again and try and push for a second. Sean Arson is coming on for Julian Philippe Mateta. Is that will be the last time we're going to see Mateta, of course, so close to leaving Crystal Palace in January. He departs knowing that he has put Crystal Palace on the brink of European success, European history. Mateta, the goal scorer, in the 51st minute, is replaced by Strand Larsen. Strand Larsen, who joined Crystal Palace from Wolves in January, comes in. He's on the verge as well, becoming a European winner after leaving the relegated Wolves. Strand Larsen is the first change for Crystal Palace in this game. It's final. It's with Patel now into the penalty area of the goalkeeper. Of course, Crystal Palace back at Selhurst Park in South London. They've got big screens of the game, watching it. Oh, he's up high hot. Towards the middle is Diaz. Diaz now looking towards the left hand side. Good work, intercepted. Cleared away by Munoz. Another substitution. This will be the last now for Rayo Vallecano. So Pathon is being replaced. I think Perez is just trying to find something. Akamark is the players that have come on, and Sis is going to become the captain. So Akamark, the player for Rayo Vallecano. The Moroccan player, of course, is on loan from Villarreal. Former Barcelona youngster, of course. Can he find a breakthrough for Rayo Vallecano? He's Lacroix. Launches his ball forward, looking long towards Wharton. Now it's played back towards the two. Stepped in to be a throw-in. Behind the centre circle.
Ook hier, dames en heren, jongens en meisjes. Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal. Bedankt voor de fantastische ondersteuning van het elftal.
European trophy in their first season in a European competition in their history. They weren't supposed to be in this competition. And they won the FA Cup. Europa League was their birth. I don't need to remind Crystal Palace supporters they were demoted to the Conference League due to their club multi-club registration not being applied before March the 1st, 2025. Almost a year or later, or over a year later, in the Conference League, we're edging closer to their third English team winning it in 4 seasons. It was West Ham in 2023 and Chelsea last year, and Crystal Palace about to join Rayo Vallecano. I don't want to tell Crystal Palace supporters, but Brighton qualified for the Conference League on Sunday, so they'll be the English representation next year. They'll be trying to win a competition their rivals have won. Crystal Palace fans will be hoping that'll be the case in a few moments, but still Rayo Vallecano push on down this right side. It's with Carmelo looking towards Mendy and just a hack by Hamara. That'll be a cheap free kick to give away, an opportunity for Rayo to swing the ball in. There's bodies in the middle. Pedro Diaz now with the opportunity to swing this goalwards. Right-footed. It's high into the middle. Just find a white shirt. It'll be a goal kick. Palace close. 88th minute now. Headed into the 89th. They haven't offered much, have they, going forward? Rayo Vallecano. Has there been a moment you can look back other than that first half? I think that's been a major worry for Perez, the coach, and that's why the Crystal Palace supporters are jumping up and down behind the Rayo Vallecano goal. It's just meant to be. Mateta, the goal scorer, player that has had a fine career for Crystal Palace, made a part in the summer. Munoz, ball now into Sarr. Sarr back to Strand last to try to bulldoze his way through towards the penalty area. Cleared away there by Crystal Palace. Goes to by Crystal Palace. Rayo Vallecano going to the attack. Now Mays not had a sniff, the Brazilian striker. He's been prolific this season for Rayo. He's committed a foul on Lacroix. So the question now in everybody's minds here in Leipzig is how many minutes are going to be added on as we enter the 90th minute. But on top of that as well, how close are Crystal Palace to European glory? Not long out. So Henderson takes this free kick, nudges it forward. Now back to Wharton. Wharton left-footed. Now looking towards Sarr. Now to Munoz. Munoz cleared away. Munoz screaming to his supporters ruthlessly like he scored a goal. They're close now, Palace. Munoz will take this throw. Sarr and Coe in the middle. What will be the number that comes up from the fourth official? We'll find out in 10 seconds or so. Headed out by Rayo Vallecano. Back to Wharton. Wharton misses the ball. Rayo Vallecano trying to escape. Strand Larsen back to Sarr. Sarr gives it back to Wharton. 5 minutes away. Wharton inside the penalty area. Tries to go goalwards. It's going to be a goal kick. Rayo Vallecano survived there. Look forward for the world. It's going to be a corner. Kick things off quickly down that far side. Here's Kamala. Kamala puts the ball back. Looking towards Diaz. Into the centre. Here's our floating the ball towards Shaderi. Shaderi now to Pacha. Pacha. He's to Anokit. Amok in the middle. He thinks it's to the far side. Mitchell had to read the ball so well. The Crystal Palace defender, he did that. And here's Andre. Keeping it. Guasson. Now to Mitchell. Palace driving forward in the last stage of the game. Mitchell, he's got Guasson to the left and he couldn't find him. He does win a corner for his troubles. The academy graduate is going to become an FA Cup winner. And they UEFA Conference League winner in a few moments, unless Rayo Vallecano can find a goal. Ticking away for the Spanish side. All this corner to be taken on the far side. Taking short towards Wharton. A yellow card has been given to Pacha. 7th yellow card issued now for Rayo Vallecano. Discipline's not been at its best, although the referee's been very happy to dish out cards from both teams because Palace have it 4 already to themselves. So, Alfonso Espana Pacha is the player that's been booked. So free kick near the touchline. Right in front of those Crystal Palace players on the bench waiting nervously now. Here's Grosson, puts the ball in towards Sarr, comes back to Strand Larsen. It's away. Now it's back with Palace again. Strand Larsen outside the penalty area. And, hooked down. So Palace 1, Rayo Vallecano 0. Here's the score here. Strand Larsen pulled down. So 2 minutes to go now. Crystal Palace on the verge. Flicked on to Wharton. So a ball that's hammered across. So Pacha got a chance now to throw the ball into the penalty area of Vallecano. Fires ball in from Pacha. Goes to the 6-yard box. Headed out by Lacroix. So a shot that comes in. Is that deflected? No, it will be a goal kick, and Diaz is screaming to the referee that came off a Palace, but I'm not sure. He thought it was the best decision to shoot from there. Definitely playing for a corner or some sort of deflection. Palace will take their time, be streetwise with this and take their time. Even Thursday doesn't understand why 5 minutes been added on, or he's looking how much minutes been added on. All guys know this is final Crystal Palace match. He will leave the club in under a minute's time. We've played the minimum 5. A period where he has been able to secure the FA Cup, Community Shield. In a few moments' time, potentially the Conference League, European title. Balls of Strand Larsen holds the ball up well, can't bring it down. Referee says play on. That'll be vital. Mitchell's drive forward. It's now with Diaz. Diaz slips the ball to the right. Akamak, the Moroccan, has come on in the second half. Hasn't seen anything of the ball. Rayo Vallecano has been suffocating. It's a bit of time for Elmo. Goes down, takes a shot. What a chance. Well, that was the moment for Rayo. Their main man, their number 9, bringing the ball down. The Brazilian there. All the time in the world, he snatched on it. He didn't need to. Had to get something on target, just like the first chance in the first half that he got. He snatched it wide. And that would have been an opportunity. They would have been waited for to be, because the game has finished. Crystal Palace are European Cup winners for the very first time in their history. Oliver Glasner goes out as a winner. As Crystal Palace manager, the team from South London, over 370 days ago, had never won a trophy in its history. Now it's got 2 major honours in the trophy cabinet. First the FA Cup for Oliver Glasner last year in Wembley in 2025, and now here in Leipzig in 2026. Crystal Palace have won a European competition. The Conference League winners for 2026 is Crystal Palace. Mateta's goal in the 51st minute has won this competition for the Eagles. It's been a rollercoaster season, which sees them lift silverware once again. They lost their captain Mark Gahey, they lost Ibrahima last year, but still Oliver Glasner, in his final season in charge of Crystal Palace, is rewarding those supporters at Selhurst Park another night, another day to remember. It finished in the UEFA Conference League final in Leipzig in 2026. Crystal Palace 1, Rayo Vallecano 0. Palace are European champions for the first time in their history.